I started making music 2 years ago, and since then I've learned tons of things with both the production and the composition side of it. I'm going to quickly go over the process I go through when producing a song, and explain some of the things I've learned over the years. When composing a song, the first few things you want to figure out are its defining features. The first thing I start with is the tempo and time signature, since it's easy to figure out. While instrumentation is considered a defining feature, I usually come up with it as I compose. Sometimes I have an idea for instrumentation beforehand and base the song on that, but usually it's the latter. Before you figure out what instruments you want to use in a song, you want to figure out where you're getting those instruments from. Now, you can use live recorded instruments like a piano, but I can't really play piano that well, so I choose digital plugins when I compose. There are a few good options, but most of them cost money. Free options aren't always the best, but someone who knows what they're doing can make them work well. Samples can also be found from various sources. Now, music theory is a whole can of worms that I will not be getting into since it goes far beyond the scope of this video. Most of the stuff I make consistently has a few things: backing instruments or chords to fill out the empty space, lead instruments, bass, percussion, sub-bass, and I often put in arpeggios or other background melodies to make songs feel more full. I couldn't really explain how I come up with melodic lines or chord progressions if I wanted to. It's just something that I've picked up by listening to music a lot. I'm not really a written theory person, but I do know it in a more unspoken way. The last step is mixing, and mixing is arguably the most important and most annoying step. Getting your song ready for production consists of applying lots of effects like EQ, reverb, and compression, as well as adjusting the volume of tracks. I'm not the best at mixing, but I have picked up a few techniques over the years. One of these techniques is sidechaining, which is the concept of an instrument automatically quieting down when another instrument plays. This is often used to make percussion stand out more from backing chords. Another technique I use is EQ, or equalizer, which basically allows you to change the sounds of instruments so that they can fit together like pieces of a puzzle. It allows you to control what instruments you can hear and what instruments you can't much more easily. So that is a basic rundown of the process I go through when making music. I honestly quite enjoy composing and like getting the opportunity to play around with new techniques and instruments. It's pretty difficult when you start, but once you get the hang of it, it's fun.